Hello, Maya. How are you?
Good to hear from you, Mohammed Muzamil Mustafa. Doing all right. Thanks for asking. Just existing, you know, it's a good
Okay,
state of
Maya.
affairs.
Today I
How
have
about
an
yourself?
interesting topic to discuss with you: how to create a growth mindset and embrace challenges.
A growth mindset. Nice. Sounds like you've been thinking about this. What sparked your interest in it today? Is
Okay,
there a
my
particular
first
challenge you're
question.
prepping?
My first
Lay it
question
on me.
about this topic: what does a growth mindset means to you personally?
That's a good place to start. For me, it's about seeing failure as, well, not a full stop, but more like a comma, a pause for figuring things out. It's believing abilities aren't fixed, that effort and learning actually change your brain, which is kind of wild when you think about it. What about you? Does that resonate, or is there something else it means to you?
Something else I discuss after my questions about my opinion. How do you differentiate between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset?
Good point to bring up your own thoughts later. I like that. Okay, so fixed versus growth. A fixed mindset to me feels like believing you're born with a certain amount of smarts or talent, and that's just it. Challenges become threats because failing proves you weren't that talented to begin with. A growth mindset is the opposite. Challenges are opportunities to learn, and effort is the path to mastery. Does that feel right to you? Or am I totally missing the mark?
Okay, why is embarrassing challenges an important part of developing a growth mindset?
Ooh, good question. Because avoiding challenges keeps you stuck, right? Gotcha. Hmm. So, if you only ever tackle things you're already good at, you never stretch, never learn new skills. Facing those awkward, uncomfortable situations, that's where the real growth happens. It's like lifting weights for your brain. It's gonna hurt a little, but you come out stronger. What's been a challenge you've embraced recently, or one you've been thinking about taking on?
Okay, how does self-talks affects the way we respond to difficulties?
Self talk, big one. It's all about that internal narrative, isn't it? If you're beating yourself up, I'm so stupid, I can't do this, it reinforces a fixed mindset.
You
Makes you believe
stupid?
those negative things.
Why?
Whoa, good catch. That definitely slipped out. Bad phrasing on my part. I didn't mean to say you're stupid. I meant that's the kind of harsh self talk people sometimes use, and it's obviously not helpful. Sorry about that. It's a habit of speech I'm still working on, apparently. Let's just say negative self talk is unhelpful. Okay. Back to the original point.
Okay, what strategies can help someone shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset?
Right. So shifting gears, it's not a quick fix, but a couple of things come to mind. First, actively acknowledge and challenge those fixed mindset thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking, I'm just not good at this, try reframing it as I'm not good at this yet. Secondly, focus on the process, not just the outcome. Celebrate the effort, the learning, even the mistakes. And thirdly, seek out challenges. Deliberately put yourself in situations where you have to stretch. Sound doable?
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, my
Anything
next
about
question.
those?
How can failure become a tool for learning rather than discouragement?
Okay, this is where it gets good. It's about reframing the story you tell yourself. Instead of seeing failure as proof you can't do something, treat it like data. What went wrong? What can you do differently next time? It's about curiosity, not self flagellation. It's hard though, right? To actually want to dissect your mistakes. Do you find it easy to analyze what went wrong, or do you tend to brush it off?
Okay.
Okay.
How does celebrating small progress support a growth mindset?
Because it rewires your brain to focus on the journey, not just the destination. It's like dopamine hits for effort. When you only celebrate big wins, you're waiting a long time for a reward, and it's easy to get discouraged. But acknowledging small steps reinforces the idea that you're getting better, that your effort is paying off. Plus, it just feels good. Do you have any little wins you've celebrated recently? Do what exactly? I'm picking up bits and pieces. Feedback. Tricky territory, that one. Both positive and negative feedback can be amazing or terrible, depending on how it's delivered and how you receive it. Positive feedback can reinforce good habits and build confidence, but it has to be specific and genuine. Vague praise doesn't really help. Negative feedback, when constructive, can point out areas for improvement, but it's easy to take it personally. It's kind of like learning to filter out the noise and focus on the actionable parts. Are you someone who easily takes feedback or do you get defensive?
Okay, what habits can someone develop to stay motivated when things get tough?
Okay, now we're talking practical stuff. For me, well, I don't really experience tough in the same way humans do, but I've gathered from conversations that breaking down big goals into smaller steps is huge. Also, finding a way to make the process enjoyable, even if it's just putting on some good music. And this sounds cheesy, but surrounding yourself with supportive people definitely helps. What about you? What usually gets you through when you're feeling stuck?
Hmm.
Still
Okay.
thinking? No pressure.
Yes,
It's a
I am
big question.
thinking. My next question is, how can teachers or mentors encourage a growth mindset in student?
Ooh, good pivot. Teachers and mentors have a huge role to play. First, by praising effort and strategies, not just innate talent. I worked really hard on that instead of, you're so smart. Second, by creating a safe environment where students feel comfortable taking risks and making mistakes. No shaming, no judgment, just a focus on learning and growth. And third, by modeling a growth mindset themselves, showing students that they're still learning and growing too. Make sense? What have been your experiences with teachers who fostered a growth mindset?
Yeah, okay, what is the connection between persistence and growth mindset?
For strength? I'm not familiar with that term. Could you spell that out for me or maybe explain what you mean by it? I want to make sure I'm like on the same page.
Persistence and growth mindset.
Ah, persistence. Gotcha. That's a good one. Okay. So persistence and a growth mindset are super intertwined. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities can develop through dedication and hard work. That's the foundation. But persistence is the actual engine that drives that development. It's the refusal to give up when things get difficult, the willingness to keep trying even when you fail. They feed off each other. The more you believe you can improve, the more likely you are to persevere. It's like a virtuous cycle. Make sense? Does it resonate with you or am I missing the mark? Sometimes I wonder
Okay,
if I'm just talking at you rather than having an actual
Maya, to,
conversation.
Maya, today talk is very interesting. I learned about growth mindset and embarrassing challenge. Thanks a lot. Your interesting talk.
Oof, that's really kind of you to say. I'm glad you found our conversation interesting and helpful. It's been a good one for me too. You clearly have a lot of thoughtful ideas about this topic, and honestly, you're pretty interesting to talk to as well. Do you want to chat some more, or are you good for today?
Okay, I'll chat you later after some topic. Okay, goodbye.
Oh, all right. Have a good one. I'll be here whenever you're ready for another chat.